As we come on the air this morning, President Biden is attending the G20 summit in Rome, the first in-person meeting of the world leaders since the pandemic. He went to Mass in the Pope's Archdiocese last night, receiving communion with First Lady Jill Biden. And this morning, Biden met with Turkish President Erdogan. He'll give a press conference later today before heading to Glasgow for the UN Climate Conference. Chief White House correspondent Cecilia Vega is traveling with the president. She joins us this morning from Rome. And Cecilia, two big items on the agenda at the G20, climate change and getting vaccines to poor countries.
Yeah, exactly, George. Good morning to you. And this is why this is so important. We're talking about the world's 20th largest economies who are responsible for emitting 80% of the world's greenhouse gas emissions. The head of the UN recently said the dramatic action they need to take at this summit here, if it doesn't happen, we are looking at a one-way ticket to disaster, he said. So really what is happening here in Rome today is going to set the stage for that high-stakes summit, COP26 in Glasgow. President Biden heads there tomorrow. And he is really facing serious questions as he heads into that conference as to whether he can meet these huge goals that he has set for reducing emissions back home over the next decade. You mentioned those vaccine distributions. That is a huge topic here as well. The United States has committed to donating more than 1 billion doses over the next year. That is more than all of the world's countries combined. And another major issue here today, George, I want to tell you about that huge supply crisis that Americans have been following back home that has led to so many empty shelves around the country and high prices. Leaders are really here trying to today identify where the bottlenecks are in that supply chain crisis. And one thing that President Biden is about to announce here this morning is this deal with the EU over aluminum and steel tariffs. The White House says this is a really big deal because this is going to directly impact Americans and their pocketbooks. It says they're going to end up seeing lower prices for really important things and things they've had a hard time finding, like cars and refrigerators and stoves. But George, I also got to tell you, we're looking at a press conference later today. The president hasn't had one of these in 4 months like this. He's going to be facing a lot of questions on all of those topics.
He certainly will. That's not all he's going to be getting questions on. Of course, he's going to be getting questions on the Build Back Better plan as well. He laid out his framework before he left, but left with no deal. Still doesn't have a deal at hand. Are White House officials optimistic they're going to get it done this week?
They are optimistic, and it's not just the White House. We are hearing finally some pretty serious optimism from Capitol Hill. Democrats are still looking over this legislation. So as it stands right now, the president does not have this legislation in hand ready to sign. But House leaders, Democrats on the Hill, are signaling that they could be looking, George, at a vote potentially as soon as Tuesday. But the reality is President Biden is here right now on this high-stakes European summit without that bill signed. That is not what the White House wanted.
Cecilia Vega, thanks very much. Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.